Welcome to Cofield Country Outdoors. Well, I'm out of Beaver Castor lures, so today we're going to go through how to make a good quality Beaver Castor lure. A lot of people just think Beaver Castor lure is good for only beaver. Well, that would be a falsehood. I've caught a pile of bobcats, coyotes, coons, just about any fur bearer that walks around Texas I've caught. Just off of a Beaver Castor lure. So anyways, let's get into how we make this lure, and I hope y'all enjoy the video. Alright guys, so let's get started with the ingredients you need. So I'm going to need some partially dried castors. So I've got 3 partially dried castors. These aren't these aren't the best grade castors because they're not full. So anyways, it's better to use your castors that aren't top graded because you're throwing away money if you use big fat plump castors. You're going to want a knife to cut your castors up. You're going to need some sodium benzoate. You're going to need some glycerin. Going to need a food processor, some jars to put your castor lure in, and a little bit of peppermint oil. So anyways, let's get started. First thing we're going to do is we're going to cut up our castor a little bit. They aren't totally dry. There's a little oil in these castors, and that's what you want. You don't want it to be just dusty dry. I'm going to chunk up these castors, and you can tell these castors aren't full. That's why I'm using these castors instead of ones that are totally full. Like I said, I want to take the ones that are totally full to market. So just chunk up your castors like so. Now this is going to make probably 16 ounces or so of bait, and that's going to be enough lure to last me the rest of this season and probably next season. Dump these into our food processor. Now I would suggest you not use your wife's food processor. They get kind of irritable. But anyways, we'll drop these in there. And we'll give these a good blend. Right. Just go and give them a little bit of a spin here. Get them good and cut up. It's going to be really chunky in there. So now we're going to add some glycerin. Kind of thin it out until we get to the consistency we want. Getting pretty close to the consistency I want. Just a little bit more. I'm to the desired consistency. Now I just want to add just a little bit of peppermint oil. I don't want to go too crazy on it. So I'm going to add about 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 drops or so. Because this is really pungent. A little bit goes a long way. Alright, now I'm going to add some sodium benzoate. Roughly 1 tablespoon, 1 heaping tablespoon. That's going to act as a preservative. Alright, now let's check and see what we got. I want to dig in here and make sure I ain't got no great big chunks. That's about the consistency I want. Not necessarily a paste, but I don't want it real liquidy either. Now with this lure, I'd probably say 95% of the beavers you've seen me catch, I've caught on this lure right here. And you've watched me catch several coyotes and bobcats off this lure as well. So I've been using it for several years now. And it is a really, really, really good, consistent lure. And it does very well. So now I want to take my lure and I want to spoon it in my jars. Rag so I can wipe off my excess. Anyways, that's a jar of homemade castor lure right there. Very easy to do. And inexpensive. That stuff, jar castor lure at the trapping store, trapping supply, that would be what, roughly $20. And so all in all, that when I'm done, that'll be $80 worth of lure I just saved. And 80 bucks is a lot of money, and this will last me the rest of this season and next season, and it might last me into the next season. So anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed this video and have a great day.